The RTX 3080 was a pretty decent card when it was released. However, you're considering of upgrading to 16GB of VRAM, upgrading to AMD's RX 9070 XT. Yes, it will be faster. However, how much faster would it be? So, we're gonna run both of these guys, the RX 9070 XT and our RTX 3080. And these games, we'll run it in 1440p and even 4K. Yeah, 4K. And we're gonna put it on our 9800 X3D rig. And before we proceed, here's our testing methodology to everyone who's new to the channel. Okay, let's go. And our first game is Warzone because Verdansk has just dropped. Let's do some scaling tests first with the RTX 3080. This is how it runs on native 1440p and with upscalers. We are GPU bound here, but we managed to get a little bit more FPS through DLSS. Okay, here's how it goes compared to the RX 9070 XT with upscalers. You would be getting about 25% gains on the 9070 XT on the running benchmark, and this pushes harder as we move on to the firing benchmark. Take note, power consumption is more or less the same with the RX 9070 XT consuming about 10 watts less. And we're following this up with Marvel Rivals, another popular game at 1440p native, and boom, look at that difference, boys. We'll be getting right about 40% more FPS with our RX 9070 XT. That's a huge upgrade. When you look at the power consumption, that's a massive difference between our EVGA 4-Win 3 3080 and our RX 9070 XT Steel Legends 60 watts. Delta Force is up next at 1440p native. In this game, we're getting a bit of mixed results depending on the benchmark. If you're on the walking benchmark, we're gaining roughly 20%, including the lows. When we're just static, the leads drop to about 15%. However, when we are on the firing benchmarks, the gains jump back up to 30%. So I'd say this is still a good upgrade, as it's still processed at 30% depending on the scenario, of course. Bro, before we proceed, if you like videos like this, click the subscribe button. Okay, let's move on. In Apex Legends 1440p, this is probably where you would get smaller gains compared to our other games, and the reason behind this is the maximum 300 FPS cap on this game. On our heavy action benchmarks, we are hitting the 300 FPS cap with the RX 9070 XT, and it's still more stable compared to the 3080 as you'll have better lows. On static scenes, it isn't much of a difference as we are hitting the ceiling here. Depending on how you view things, this is still an upgrade for performance and efficiency. We'll see how this one turns out at 4K. We are now moving to our more competitive games, which require a whole lot of FPS, and this is mostly limited by the CPU instead of the GPU. However, what we're looking in here is the driver overhead. First up is Fortnite performance mode at 1440p. We haven't maxed out both cards here, and this is pretty much typical behavior on our Fortnite testings. Nvidia card gets a higher FPS, but the RX 9070 XT shows significantly better lows. And in terms of power, yes, the RX 9070 XT is more efficient here, and this is depending on the scene. If you'd ask me, I would always prefer a card with better lows in this game. Next up is Valorant, and if you've been following the channel, you would know how this one runs. The closer you are to maxing out your GPU, the more stable your gameplay will be. So in here, we haven't maxed out our GPUs, although you would notice that the AMD card seems to be better utilized compared to the 3080. Definitely getting better average FPS and lows with the RX 9070 XT at 1440p. Raw FPS is already high enough between both cards, but the lows has a clear advantage in favor to the RX 9070 XT, and this is regardless if we are on the running or on our heavy action benchmark. PUBG is a much more slower paced game, and we are running 1440p native here with DX11 enhanced API. One thing I really like about this game is how much it scales better with GPU performance, and that's what, about 25% gains on raw FPS and about 30% on the lows with our RX 9070 XT in the running benchmark. When we move on to the mortar scenes, the gains from our 9070 XT has decreased slightly. But to be fair, months ago, this game used to be dominated by Nvidia cards. But here we are. AMD is just killing it on this game. Okay, let's move on to games which are not competitive, so we can now tune up our settings for fidelity. First up is Helldivers 2. This is 1440p medium settings. Both cards are maxed out here, and we have gained about 30% across the board with our RX 9070 XT, regardless if we are on the Gatling benchmark or the Stratagem action benchmark, the RX 9070 XT is still a decent upgrade. So if you're a super Helldiver, yes, the RX 9070 XT is definitely something you'll need to fight for managed democracy. Next up is Path of Exile 2, and once again, this game heavily favors Nvidia cards based on our previous listings, and like clockwork, we can see that the RX 9070 XT is just losing here to the older 3080 in terms of raw FPS. Although we are getting better lows, this is probably not an upgrade if you're an PoE2 player. I've reported this to AMD previously via bug reports, however we haven't seen any improvements on this game. Next game is CyberPunk 2077. This one's running on ultra settings at native 1440p, and look at the massive gains, boys. This is native and we're getting about 40% more FPS with our RX 9070 XT at ultra settings. And look at how much hotter our RTX 3080 is with this game. It's definitely a worthwhile upgrade if you're predominantly playing CyberPunk 2077. We'll see how this plays at 4K later on. Speaking of 4K, let's do that. And as always, we're starting with Warzone at Verdansk, and this is 4K with upscalers on both cards. We definitely have maxed out both GPUs here, and you're still getting at least 30% more performance on our RX 9070 XT on raw FPS. Gains on the lows is between 14 or 20%, and because we're pushing our GPUs here, you can see that the power difference now is aligning with our previous game. At Marvel Rivals 4K with upscalers, the gains are not as high as our 1440p native, but hey, we're still getting nearly 20% more performance here with our RX 9070 XT using FSR 4. However, considering this performance, I think playing at 1440p might be a better option, as you would be getting much higher frames in this fast-paced game. In Delta Force 4K with upscalers, DLSS on our 3080 and TSR on our RX 9070 XT, and the RX 9070 XT is definitely the better card here. However, we're only getting about less than 15% performance gains on our raw FPS across the benchmarks. I guess the only part where you get better results is on the 0.1% lows. The frames are more than 144 FPS, so that's still viable if you're more of a casual 4K gamer who still wants to win. Apex Legends at 4K is a different story compared to our 1440p test earlier. In here, we're not able to hit the maximum FPS cap, but our RX 9070 XT still performs pretty good at this resolution, much better stability on our heavy action benchmark, and carries on with better raw performance on static scenes. Yes, this is definitely an upgrade if you're gaming at this resolution. In Fortnite 4K performance mode is one as push both of our cards to hit that maximum utilization numbers. And once again, we are seeing the same behavior to our 1440p test. The 3080 still has better raw FPS, but the lows definitely favor the AMD card. So if you're playing these high FPS games, I would definitely pick a card with better lows. And in this case, that would be the RX 9070 XT at about 35% more gains on the lows. With Valorant at 4K, this one performs differently now that we have maxed out both cards. We now have better stability for both cards. However, the better performer is obviously the RX 9070 XT. Look at the difference. That's almost 30% more performance on our average FPS and significantly better 0.1% lows. Definitely an upgrade if you're one of those more casual Valorant 4K gamers. It's sharp and it's clear at this resolution. PUBG at 4K is definitely a much better experience. The visibility gain at this resolution is pretty significant for this slower paced game. At 4K, DX11 Enhanced, you're getting about 18% performance gains with the RX 9070 XT. And yes, it's not as high as when we tested at 1440p, but hey, playing PUBG at 4K with at least 240 FPS, that alone is an upgrade. Yes, we do get lower FPS on our heavier mortar benchmark, but I would still take this over playing at 1440p with PUBG. This game is all about visibility and situational awareness. Moving back to our non-PvP games, first up is Helldivers 2, medium settings at 4K, and with our RX 9070 XT, you're getting about 80 plus FPS. Yes, it's not that high, but you're still getting 20% more performance compared to the RTX 3080 at 80 watts less. So whether you're on the Gatling or the Stratagem benchmark, you'll be getting that FPS boost. In Path of Exile 2 4K, we're still getting the same issues as what we had previously. 3080 is still better at raw FPS here, and that's because the game is just better tuned for Nvidia cards. That's what, about 10% difference between the older 3080 against the newer RX 9070 XT. It's the XT, okay? AMD, you really need to do something about this one, bro. The game has been out for 4 months. That's a long time. You need to step up. In CyberPunk 2077, 4K ultra settings with upscalers, this is definitely a night and day difference. You're getting about 50% more performance with the RX 9070 XT against the 3080. And yes, this is upscaled, and it's unfortunate this game only has FSR 3. If it had FSR 3.1, that would have been an automatic FSR 4 upgrade via the driver. However, because CD Projekt Red hasn't bothered to integrate this at all, you could probably just try OptiScaler and brute force FSR 4. Now, the results are pretty impressive, right? We gain a lot of FPS when going to the RX 9070 XT, which is pretty much expected. However, the deciding factor will be if it is worth the upgrade. Now, currently we have a very expensive pricing across the board, and buying an RX 9070 XT may be too much for the gains that you're getting here. However, what about the RTX 5070? Yes, the non-TI 5070. Is that worth upgrading to? Well, we actually did a video wherein we took the RTX 3080 and compared it to the RTX 5070, and this video right here, I think the results were quite interesting. If you're keen on that, click this video. I'll see you guys over there.